All right, bang. Today is Wednesday. It's October 4th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Free Swim Wednesday. It's myself. We got Danny. We got Chief. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing fine. Feeling good. Little Monday we had a golf outing. It was nice.
It's still hot in October. We're getting bonus weather here.
I don't like that.
It's fucked up because this is wild card week, which I always associate this ever since the first wild card game the Cubs played the Pirates in as being like the official turn, like of where the weather gets a little crisp. So it is.
You can feel it when you breathe in.
Yeah. So this October and having this is odd.
You think they would ever if it became permanent? What's the word? Global warming. Like they would change summer break to maybe start later and extend to the end of September. I mean, you don't really. June's already getting.
This is all the months are 1 month behind.
Yeah, it's just shifted.
That's why I feel like we need to have 1 year where we reset the clocks and do 2 Januaries. Just get us back on the right weather.
Oh God, 2 January sounds awful.
Just
don't put it
you
like
only
that.
You only have to do it once. It has to be January. What other month could you be?
Would you repeat?
You go. You even give yourself the new holidays. Dude, I have the first and second off of the month as a reward because we got to buckle down. We got to have 2 Januaries one time, so we get the weather back on the schedule like it was when we were kids.
I can't do a groundhog month of January.
Yeah, you can.
No,
you can because then
that's torture.
No, but think about it because when you get to March, birds will be chirping. It'll be spring. It'll be warm for St. Patrick's Day. You'll feel the benefit of it like right away
in the moment.
And then for the next 30, 50, however many years, you're gonna be like, man, I'm glad I did that in 2024, 2 Januaries.
I don't hate your logic, but the president who runs on the double January ticket loses instantly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a little austerity. You got to be like, hey, like we've been running amok for too long. We got to buckle down. We got to reverse course. We got to get things right. We're going to start with the weather. We need, what is it? March showers, April shower. What is that expression?
April showers bring May flowers.
Or like March is like in like a lion, out like a lamb. It's never out like a lamb anymore. It's all fucked up. May used to be nice 100% of the time. Now it's like May's kind of shitty.
Never.
And June is even kind of shitty. So we need something to get us back on track here.
A second January is like getting your prison sentence prolonged.
Yeah,
the day you're supposed to get out.
That's a long 31 days.
Yeah, but it's just one time in your life. Then we'll be fine.
If you rip the calendar on January 31st and you saw January 1st again, it'd be
New Year's Day. Put a bowl of chili on, watch a little football.
Be a bad day. Hey, before we get really cooking, though, I want to talk about Mugsy.
I'm already cooking 2 Januaries.
Mugsy, hey, you would have an extra month of jean season. Well, it's jean season all the time, but
yeah,
but a nice, make sure those legs are covered up season.
And then you can even wear your shorts in May for once, maybe even April.
True, because Mugsy's not just jeans. They got chinos, they got shorts, they got joggers, and they're super comfortable. They got this buttery, soft, patented stretch material that looks stylish but is insanely comfortable. Never too baggy, never too tight. We all love Mugsy here.
Love it.
All of us.
Great stuff.
Can't wait. We get to wear Mugsy shorts in October. What a world.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly. So head to Mugsy.com, get 10% off now using code Chicago. That's 10% off some of the most premium jeans, chinos, swimwear, and shorts on the internet. Mugsy also offers free shipping and returns, so there's absolutely no risk giving them a try. If you're in Chicago, Boston, D.C., or Austin, Texas, make sure to head downtown. Check out their storefront as well. Easy vibes every time. Enjoy a beer while you shop. Do yourself a favor and get your pair of jeans for, the winter or the fall, whatever. You will not
get your whole wardrobe. Get your whole wardrobe figured out.
Get everything. Honestly, Mugsy is legit, so go do it.
You're a big Greta Thunberg guy, right?
He loves her.
Speaking of global warming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Always have been.
What a life. Didn't she like quit school, just went on a world tour,
just
started talking.
To yell
it's like
at people.
The same lifestyle as like a pop star.
Hey, if you fall into a niche, you gotta go all in.
Can I tell you something? I fucking hate this girl. Did you bring her up just because you knew I hated her?
Well, we were talking global warming. She's the modern day Al Gore.
Oh, she's even worse than Al Gore. I don't think children should be allowed to speak. Don't chastise me.
She gained a lot of goodwill when she absolutely dunked on Andrew Tate, though.
When did she do that?
It was like right when he got arrested or
Dude,
something.
but like that guy's begging to be dumped on.
Yeah, he wanted her to do that.
Yeah.
But
well,
still,
I don't know about that, but
people associate her with the pioneer of global warming. It was our guy Al.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Greta took the torch.
Talk a little about Gore tomorrow. I got Paul Vallis on.
Yeah, what did he have to say?
I forget
He loves
exactly
Al
what he
Gore.
said about Gore, but how they trotted him out there and made him someone he wasn't.
If White Sox Dave was here right now, he'd bring up Man Bear Pig from the South Park Al Gore episode.
And then we'd stop, and then he'd recite it for
Yeah.
a couple minutes, and we'd move on.
Yeah. But like wasn't his whole thing that when did Inconvenient Truth come out? Like 2004? And
Was that before he ran?
No, it was after.
It was
So
after.
so that came out in 2006. So he ran for president and won, but then it was kind of stolen from him in 2000. So that was Bush, and then he came out. Then he's like, "I'm just going to be a climate guy." So that came out in 2006, and I want to say that basically everything that he said in that book has just like not really, or that movie rather, hasn't come true. Like, wasn't he like the whole Chicago's going to be Phoenix by the year, and everything's going to be underwater? Like,
I don't know if
haven't
that
we
was in-
passed that time frame now?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch it. Can I get political about one thing?
I would love it if you got political.
That's not political at all.
Get
But
political.
it will be controversial.
Okay.
And I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. While we're on the weather.
Fuck Greta Thunberg, by the
No.
way.
It's
Yes,
not. Well, I have no opinion on her.
I do.
But can we talk about these bike lanes?
Oh, okay.
I'm listening.
You don't like them, I assume. Tesla Ed doesn't like the bike lanes. They're on your side.
What's your qualm?
People living,
We live
driving safely.
in a cold weather city.
Yeah.
I'm not against bike lanes, but we need to get a smart motherfucker to make sure that we could put them in and take them out when it gets cold. You know? Cementing off, like, I don't know if you guys have been down Belmont recently.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little west of Western.
So you're talking about the
Oh.
bike lanes with like the guardrails, basically.
Yeah.
the
Not
cement.
even the guardrail. Well, they're
It's a
cementing these
curb.
fuckers up.
It's a curb.
Yeah.
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 And listen, I know the bike activists are going to be down my neck. I get it. It's good exercise. But it's a cold weather city.
It is. Yeah.
It's a cold weather city.
I like the idea of a bike lane. I don't know why we, on the major roads, not even all of them, just give me like a couple of diagonals,
Yeah.
a couple of east-west, couple of north-south, and just do like elevated ones. Just do them like above, like instead, you know how we have the L?
Yeah.
Just make an L, but for bikes. So like the 606 just fucking everywhere.
I still don't know what to do.
How expensive can that be?
While I'm driving in with some of those bike lanes, because if you're like turning right, it'll be a bike lane and then like a right turn lane. It's like, well, if there was like a string of bikers, it's like impossible for me to turn right here.
Sure, yeah, you're exactly right. And I'm not talking
What,
about
how
those.
often does
I'm
the
not
Tour
talking
de
about
France
lines.
go through?
I'm not talking about painted on lines.
I know. You're talking about the curb.
I'm talking about...
Because they have that on Roscoe, too.
Yeah, dude, they're cementing these... I'm telling you, go west of Western
Mm-hmm.
on Belmont.
No.
It is
I'm not going to go west of Western.
it is crazy.
You know, I've been being a pedestrian a lot lately because my parking situation at my apartment is non-existent, and I'm no longer moving
Downtown Dan.
for bikes on the sidewalk. Like it's like illegal. You can't ride it. But like when there's like a guy on a divvy coming up to me and I have to move out of the way while I'm walking, no more. You're not supposed to be here. You accommodate, not me.
I think they should always just ride on the roads anyways.
The
Bikers.
streets, they should.
So
Yeah.
when I was living on Chicago Avenue, I would go either Halstead to Chicago or take Ashland like all the way up. This is just in the regular traffic lines.
I get it's scary. I get people drive like assholes. And
It's
I
a
think
little
we
scary,
should-
but just keep,
yeah,
you know,
like
keep
we
your head
should
on a
try to
swivel.
accommodate somewhat to people who ride their bikes.
Make the fucking L lines.
It's not the worst
606,
idea.
606 everywhere. Get Paul Vallis back in here.
I mean,
Did you bring this up on the podcast?
no, I didn't. But it's just this specific because I take Belmont to work sometimes, and it's just like you got to see these to know what I'm talking about. To really,
I know
really-
what you're talking about. They have them in different places around the city. I think they have them, they're putting them on Chicago Avenue too.
I don't know. Someone tell me I'm wrong. You guys don't
I'm
seem
sure
to be those
plenty of
guys.
bicyclists will. I mean, it's been a problem for so long. A problem,
A lot of
resolution,
bicyclists will,
whatever you
and
want to call it.
I hope that we get a picture of somebody using that lane while Eddie just can't make a turn. That's a tall bike going through.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Exactly what's going to happen. But like I said, I do, you know, not inside Pike, but there is definitely someone smart enough that could have built something where we could put them up in the summer and take them down in the winter.
A collapsible curb.
That's all I'm saying.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Because you could just have something on like a metal thing. Because how tall are those cement curbs? They're like this, right?
Yeah, about.
Something like, so say a foot to 18 inches, something like that.
Yeah.
I think you're right that you could probably operate those on a hinge, make it like a fucking train track thing that operates and collapses down. That's smart, Ed.
Yeah.
It's fucking smart.
And like
It's probably less expensive than
cement and doing road work like that forever.
Or my idea of the L.
Yeah, that is undoubtedly too going to get chipped up and fucked up once snow plows and everything smoke.
It's already, I'm sure that's already baked into the budget where they can just skim a little bit more.
Yeah. So yeah, not political, but I know some people won't be happy with that.
Big spend, Ed.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do I phrase this? So I have a friend named James, but growing up, I had a different friend named James, and the friend growing up was always just James to me. But now I have a new dominant James in my life, in my phone book. Have you guys ever changed a contact name?
Do you have James 1?
It's the original one was just James, but now the new James has his last name in there, but he's not just James. Like, he's the new standalone James to me. You know what I mean? Where the other one is, I don't even talk to anymore, should be getting the last name treatment in the contact list.
In parentheses, possibly James.
Yes.
Yeah.
James too.
Yeah.
I feel like no one ever goes back and changes the contact name from the first day they put it in. Like you might be Chief Barstool in Eddie's phone still.
Probably.
You know?
Who else would be?
I'm saying instead of being like Ryan or Chief, you're like Chief from work.
I can tell you a time that I
befriended the Chief from the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Chief from work.
That's my dominant Chief.
Yeah. But I did have to change his contact. Why? Because I always go first and last name when I put him in. I had been misspelling his name for probably like 5-10 years.
Farrar.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I changed it.
There didn't always used to be the first and last name option. It was just name.
Really?
Share. Like way back flip phone day, and that's where my contact list still came from. I've had the same phone since I was
It sounds like that
14.
original James should be deleted altogether.
I feel like maybe you shouldn't even talk to him anymore.
I don't.
He doesn't. The original James is out of the picture. He's
He was a grade school friend. This one's now a permanent friend.
He's out.
How do you know he's a permanent friend?
Yeah, that's true too.
But it doesn't have to be permanent. He's like, when I just say James, people know I'm talking about my James, not James from grade school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your
like
James.
If you had an old friend named Ryan and you went to text Ryan, like you would think it was Chief. You're Ryan who you interact with every day, not someone from 8th grade.
I hate to always bring up White Sox Dave on this, but he always tells this one story about his friend named Ryan, and I'll be sitting in the room. He always feels the need to clarify that's not me. It's this other guy.
Not this Ryan, the other Ryan from grade school.
Yeah.
He does always do that.
Yeah.
He does always
I know
do
that Ryan, too.
You do?
Yeah.
He does always
I
do
got
that.
sun poisoning on his roof one time, and I had to throw up at Windy City Smokeout.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Big throw up guy, Chief.
Throw up, Chief.
Yeah, I think you need to boot that guy.
Yeah. He's out. When was the last time you talked to him?
It's the principle. So if you had a friend named Dave from high school, but White Sox Dave is now your Dave. When you say Dave, you're talking about
White
Dave
Sox
Williams,
Dave
not
is his
Dave.
Dave.
Yeah, not Dave,
Yeah.
Johnson from Borgia.
Well, White Sox Dave is consistently like, when people say Dave, him and Portnoy will always like both turn their heads.
Yeah, since like New York people moved in, I'll just be like here and there, oh, fucking Dave. They're like, whoa, what? I'm like, whoa, no. White Sox Dave.
White Sox Dave.
And they're like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Go
Makes
on.
sense. Makes sense. No, I got you. But yeah, I think that's just kind of how it goes.
Have you ever, do you think you've been, I'll tell a story.
Here, let's hear it.
I feel like I have a friend who's like one of my good friends from when I was 8th grade until he's had some hard times. But I've recently reconnected with another buddy from high school. And this guy, and I'm talking, this was like my best friend, and I was his, and he's had some trouble here in the last 10 years. He just won't respond to me at all. Text, called, nothing. To the point that our other friend has started a group chat, and it's just he and I talking in the group chat with this other guy. Doesn't respond at all. I have no idea why. it is like we never had a falling out. We never had any issues. He like kind of went dark and disappeared a little bit over Christmas. I have not received a call, text, anything in all of 2023.
Is he alive and well?
Per the other friend, he is alive, which I did question. But
no chance he has a new number or anything?
Because he's on that other one. So I was like, when I went to a wedding in May, and me and that other guy, who I do still talk to, we're both in the wedding, and I was like, what you still talk to our guy? Like, what's the deal? And he's like, yeah, I talked to him. Like, oh, is he mad at me about something? Like, does he like just fucking hate me now? He goes, no, like we were actually just talking about you the other day. You had nothing but good things to say. So it like occupies my brain. Like, why is this guy who only speaks highly of me not speaking to me?
Was he talking to your other friend? I missed that part.
Yeah. So he was talking to the guy that it was like the three of us in high school in St. Charles. I was at a wedding with one of the other guys at the end of May. And like the bachelor party, like all that kind of stuff was beginning of the spring. And I was like, does this guy, like, what happened? Like, he just fucking, he goes, no, I talked to him the other day. Like, we were talking about something that was on Dog Walk. And he was like, yeah, like, he was speaking so glowingly about you. So I'm like, then why the fuck won't he talk to me?
I think
it's very bizarre.
Yeah, that is. I think you.
So he'll respond to him in the group chat, but not
No.
you.
He won't respond to that group chat.
But he'll respond to the other guy
separately. Not like about the group chat, but it's like he texted us the other night.
He's probably just an anti-group chat guy.
But he won't respond to Chief on a standalone text, but he'll respond to everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, so one-on-one. All right.
Yeah. So like in the group, so Tim Wakefield passed, right?
Yeah.
So remember the MLB, the show, whatever year that was, 05 or whatever. Like we would play that game. The three of us, it would always be, if we had a party or whatever, just dicking around, we would like play that game. And Tim Wakefield was like unhittable in that game. Like, because the ball, like knuckleball, just danced around. So like he like texted the group chat like, oh, here's our fucking. We had to make a rule about this guy. Now he's dead, because we were like, you can't use Tim Wakefield. And like I responded, the other guy, dead silence. But I guarantee you, they probably talked earlier that week. What the fuck is going on? I've been shunned.
I think you call him. He inevitably won't answer. Sounds like he doesn't want to talk to you. But then you call again. And so you see that
it's a public
once
call
someone
out.
sees that they have 2 missed calls from someone, like, oh, this might be urgent. So if he's not calling back after 2 missed calls from you, then
I have not had communication from him since September 24. So it's almost a year. 2022.
I feel like there's always like some reason a guy would be like, oh, sorry, I didn't see it. Like, especially if you're not texting them, asking the question, but the 2 missed calls and they're not calling back.
I have to make him think that I'm dead.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
That guy just fucking hates you, dude.
But why? I would love to know.
Call him now. Ask him.
I can't do that.
No.
Hey, you're on air. This is why I don't answer.
This is why I fucking hate you.
Yeah. Yeah, so it occupies my brain. Why the fuck? If I did something or he hated me for a reason. Yeah, I don't care if you hate me, but I feel like I have a right to know why you hate me.
Yeah.
If you see him in public, are you going to be like, hey, why have you been responding to my texts?
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%.
And what are you going to say back if he's like, oh, sorry, like didn't see him? Like, dude, it's been
like you're a fucking liar.
And
it's been almost a year. It's over a year.
You haven't sent him a text being like, hey, is everything good?
Not like good in his life.
No,
yes.
like good with like being you.
I mean, clearly it's not.
You got to do
you got to ask.
All caps, holy shit, did you hear? The suspense will kill him. He's going to have to reply.
All right. I think I will probably do that.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. Holy shit, did you hear?
That's a great thing to do.
My worst enemy could text me that and I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
No question mark. What?
What do you want? Yeah.
Do you have a worst enemy?
I don't think I do. Not that I know of, at least. Do you guys have enemies?
Do you have a worst enemy?
I hate Radio Shack, but they're dead, so that's over.
So you won that battle.
Yeah, I won that battle against
fuck
Radio
Shack.
Have you told that story on here?
I don't think I have.
I don't think so.
Reshare.
Dude, fuck Radio Shack. All right?
I won't go to one ever again.
This is always a hard story to tell, though.
It brings back some memories.
Well, no, it makes me sound like a shade ball. So one time
what else is new?
like one time I went to Radio Shack and I was like really hustling, doing like podcasts by myself. So I had like my own mixer and my own microphones, and I was doing everything alone. And there's only so many places that you could buy like those adapters at,
Mm-hmm.
and they're one of them. So I was like, all right, like, and I don't know why it wasn't just. I mean, this was probably circa
2015.
Yeah, 2013 to 2015 ish when this was happening. And so I'm like, all right, maybe I'll go to this Radio Shack and I'll be like, let's see if they have it in person. And because I don't know, like I also didn't want to go to Walmart, and they also sold me because I'm a sucker, and that like just came out with that Super Bowl commercial where they had like Hulk Hogan and like Elf and like remember it was like bringing back the 90s or something.
Yeah.
Radio Shack's back, and I'm like, fuck yeah, Radio Shack. I like that commercial. You got me as a customer, So, which I know
You were rooting for them.
I know. I was rooting for them. I'm going to go to them instead of Walmart. Plus, you can get stuff there that you couldn't get at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the Carbonell Radio Shack. And I'm like, hey, I need this adapter. Any way I could, get it? He's like, this guy looks at me. He's like, man, I think we got that, but we don't have it in stock. Like,
well, then you don't got it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, when is it gonna be here? He's like, truck's coming Thursday, and it was like Monday. So I'm like, oh, nice. I'll just wait. He's like, honestly though, man, I just find it somewhere else. And I was like, huh.
No wonder they're out of business.
I was like, you think so? He's like, yeah, dude, it's not worth waiting. Just go find it at this place. They'll have it. I was like, all right, dude, sounds good.
You just lost a customer.
Lost a customer, whatever. Fast forward like a couple months. I needed a second cell phone.
Okay.
Which this is where the shade ball comes in. I think I could actually kind of openly talk about this now that there's no pen involvement.
Yeah, you were a drug dealer.
No, but
you were running a book.
You could.
I was running an illegal book.
not like it was small scale, like just like for college stuff like that.
Handshake bets.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nice.
So
it's also statute of limitations, so I think you're good with the government too.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it was like if they want to come at me for that,
come at me, bro.
Parody.
Small money I made, like, sure. Like it was nothing. So I'm like, same thing. I'm trying to get a flip phone, like whatever, $40 a month, just so people could text me and get the whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to Radio Shack. They got those pay-as-you-go phones. Like that's perfect. That's all I need. Walk in there, same guy. Hey man, I just need a little cell phone. Like this looks good on this shelf. Like pay-as-you-go, whatever. This guy looks at me. He goes, man, you know what? I'll be honest. I think you're just better off going to Verizon for this. I'm like, I just looked at him. I'm like, dude, I want to give you money, and you just keep turning me down.
You said that to him?
Well, like, I didn't say that to him, but I was just like mystified. I was puzzled. I was like, dude, why does this guy keep turning me down?
Same guy.
Same guy.
Okay.
Same guy. I think it was the same guy.
Okay.
But regardless, I had the same result going into Radio Shack the second time. Try to buy stuff. I'm ready to go. Want to support Radio Shack, and they just keep stopping me at the damn door. And I'm like, and then like it got so far to the point where he's just like, he sold me on how a plan from Verizon would make more sense than like a pay-as-you-go phone. So I'm like, all right, I'll just up and leave my shit, and I went to Verizon. I got the phone from Verizon.
The old reverse psychology pitch. I mean, he's clearly not on commission.
No.
I wonder if they just had too many guys like that.
Dude, I don't know. And
I'm also kind of surprised to learn that podcast and Radio Shack overlapped. I thought Radio Shack been dead longer, like long before podcasts.
No.
Maybe
Radio
I'm thinking
Shack
of
only
Circuit
went out a
City.
couple of years ago.
Circuit City, maybe.
So then, and I don't even know if I went to Verizon. I forget. I went to some phone carrier.
Cricket.
I don't know. Maybe it was Cricket or Boost. I don't know.
You get, if you're going to be running an illegal book, it's got to be one of those shady ones, I feel.
Yeah. You're right. And then I think the final nail in the coffin was I moved back home, and this is when I was doing the podcast with Danny, and I needed another adapter. I needed something quick, and it was like a rush scenario. So like I didn't want to wait for Amazon. I wanted to get it done that weekend. Googled it. All right, Radio Shack, it's open. Milwaukee and whatever, Foster, that one over there. I pull up and it was closed, and the hour said it was open. And from that day on, I said, "Fuck Radio Shack."
I thought you were just gonna see the same guy from Carbondale in there.
No.
Got transferred up here. Honestly, you'd be better off going to
Yeah.
Best Buy.
Did you try the one in Carbondale?
It's my long-winded story about how I.
It's a fair vendetta.
Is Best Buy like a monopoly now? I feel like they kind of are.
Best Buy, I tried to go to.
You got beef with Best Buy too.
Kind of, dude. I tried to go. When there was one day where like something happened, we couldn't come in, and I didn't have a USB mic, and I always wanted to make sure the audio was good. So I went to Best Buy, and I tried to buy a podcast mic. They didn't have any podcast mics at Best Buy in the year 2023. That's crazy.
Are these stores just giving up? Like everyone's just gonna buy it on Amazon anyways.
They're more like doing like fucking Ring doorbells and like drones and like TVs. But still, I was stunned that there was no podcast. Like everywhere in the fucking world is a podcast.
Yeah,
that was
true.
crazy to me.
What's your ratio of buying things in person as opposed to online?
He buys in person with cash.
Right.
That's
why I asked.
Yeah.
Well, like, there's certain things I understand, like maybe clothes or something, but what difference does it really make with an adapter? You just need the right plug-in. Like clothes sizes can vary by brand.
Yeah, like where
something
would
like
I
an
go for stuff
adapter.
like that?
Would you? So you're going in store to buy technological things.
No,
as
this
opposed
is
to
like
online?
where it 2-day shipping wasn't fast enough.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's like I need it now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it happened. Like we were doing a draft. I think it was like actually remember it was a Scary Movie draft with Roper. We all took it from home, and I needed an adapter, and I couldn't make it into the office for whatever reason, and you can't get it fast enough. And the ironic thing, I know people are probably who gives a fuck, but the ironic thing is they didn't have it. And this Best Buy where I went to, it was near my house. It was in Village Crossing. It's in Skokie.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to that one. They didn't have a podcast mic, and right there, you have to pass to go to the Best Buy. Is Shure headquarters.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't know what Shure is, it's the mics we're speaking to you on right now.
Yeah. If it's off of like 41, right?
It's off of Tui.
It's got the huge glass. building.
Yeah.
On the railroad. The irony of passing the largest mic manufacturer and all I needed, I thought about just busting in and being like, hey guys, you
Give
got a
me one.
spare one hanging
Yeah.
out here? I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
But there was high irony of me driving back and looking at that fucking building and being like, you got to be kidding me. I can't even get one of these if I tried right now.
You tried helping the little boys. It didn't work.
I know. It was unreal. I don't know. In positive news. Can I give you some positive news?
Please.
Got a new advertiser that I'm very excited about.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people have heard of them.
Drum roll.
I'm very excited about it.
A lot of people have heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it is none other than Portillo'S.
Icon.
Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Huge.
Chicago staple.
Beast.
Portillo'S. It always sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
It's great stuff. You guys
Nobody
know
does a crinkle fry batter, by the way.
Dude, here's my thing about Portillo'S. They just are great at everything, which
Yes.
is so hard to do.
They're even good at salads.
Yeah,
Great
Like,
at salad.
Yes. Yes.
You will never be disappointed going into Portillo's.
Exactly.
You could be blindfolded, like a pin the tail on the donkey with the menu, and whatever you put your little thing on, you get it. It's gonna be good.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
We should start
should
again
do that.
Portillo's. Pin the tail on
On a menu
donkey
item.
left on- yeah. And that's not even. This is not an ad read. Like it's
I mean,
so
it
true.
is, but it's not.
But it is.
Yeah.
But it is. But it's not.
You ever had
Think-
the chicken nudie? Fuck yeah.
I've
It's
not,
unbelievable.
actually.
Chicken nudie is just like their version of a tender. They get like a chicken breast. They fry it up perfect. That's what my little brother always used to order. And then they just slice it. So instead of having like all these individual nugs, it's just like one big chicken breast that they would slice into little.
Oh, wow.
It's like they reinvented that.
Yeah, and like, listen, obviously Chicago dogs, Italian beef are the classics. You get a beef dip, extra gravy, jardiniere. Having people over, they got the great catering options. They give you a chocolate cake. The big beef combo is a great move.
We got Portillo'S for the Notre Dame Ohio State stream. People were losing their minds over that chocolate cake. They could not believe, like, this is the best cake I've ever had.
Yeah.
And those pieces are the size of your face.
And the most criminally slept on thing is our burger, I think.
I ordered the
so
burger.
Good.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's
flame broiled.
Portillo's is one of those places though where my order is beef wet hot cheese fry Coke. It's so good that I just can't order anything else every time I go
almost
there.
feel like
Switch
that
over.
should be a t-shirt, like that
beef
order.
wet hot, yeah. Cheese fry. I think it's the best
Yeah.
cheese fries I've ever had. Every time.
What is even in the ad copy?
I mean, a lot of this, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We could speak of Portillo's effortlessly. So here's the thing. Visit your local Portillo's or go to portillos.com to order your Chicago dog for pickup or delivery. Portillo's. It always sounds good.
I can't wait to start advertising with Portillo's. Tweet us your pictures of your orders. Your beef wet hot.
Please, yeah, we're back.
The dog walk account.
We're back in the retweeting beef game.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing, when you do go to Portillo's, and you're talking about all the things that they do great, nobody does drive-through better than
No
them.
one.
It's the most efficient. Do you remember that picture? It was my Portillo's, actually. It was out on South Elgin from earlier in the summer, where it was like they had a line around the building with a tornado in the background, and everyone knew it was like, well, that tornado won't get here in 4 minutes. So it was like, this line is long, but we'll beat the tornado. We'll get my wet hot
beef. The drive-through workers are like, all right, hurry up, tornado's about to hit us. We'll get your order in no time.
It's the most efficient. Like Henry Ford would be like, how did you do this?
That is. It's a great drive-through.
Oh man, but sometimes I'm prolonging the ad read. Sometimes
I don't
like the drive-through because the inside is so sick.
Oh, the inside.
I love eating in there.
The inside.
The
is
ambiance
fun.
is top notch.
Like number 77 in heaven.
Yeah. They got the guy doing jokes too. You bring the girlfriend. I don't want to eat. Like, well, get a salad.
It's great.
And I'll finish it.
Yes.
It's great. It's great stuff.
Chopped salad, best salad out there.
I have a funny situation.
Those lemon poppy seed muffins that come with it too.
Oh man, keep going. They're getting their money's worth on this one. But seriously, tweet us your pictures of your orders.
Yep.
Especially on a Sunday.
Actually,
nothing hits better on a Sunday than Portillo's and church.
Before we get to that, we were talking about Best Buy. I was recalling a situation as a kid, and you tell me if you have a problem with this. Do you have a problem if you're in a grocery store? It doesn't necessarily have to be a Best Buy. If people walks in front of you where you're walking when you're looking at the shelf.
What do you mean? So explain further.
So if someone's at the grocery store and like maybe they're more towards the center and like, hey, you obviously if they're looking at the shelf, you want to go behind them typically. You don't want to go walk right in front of them.
Okay.
Now, do you get mad when people do walk in front of you?
I get mad at the grocery store about just people having no spatial awareness all the fucking time, or when they're blocking the door to the cheese, the butter, the eggs, whatever, they're staying in front of like the frozen or the chilled frozen refrigerated aisle, whatever, and they're just staring at them like, can I sneak in there and just grab the milk that I know I want? I can fucking see it. You're going through doesn't matter what it is. If you're stopped, like, you should never be paused in the grocery store for more than 4 seconds.
It's like, you want whole milk or 2%? Make up.
Grab it and go.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes you're like, do I want Cool Ranch or cheesy nacho? I don't know. Sometimes
just grab them both and keep going.
I think
sometimes you need to decide.
Well, then you better keep it moving and take another lap.
Do I want?
It's on you to have the spatial awareness to make sure you have enough room in back of you for them to go around.
To me, it's like you have the same amount of time to stop as if you were caught looking at your phone when the light turned green. Like, so, but no one behind you has a honker, you know?
True.
So you have to be like aware, like, hey, the light's green, someone's behind me, I got to go.
True. I was at Walmart yesterday, and this guy kind of was more towards the middle, and for whatever reason, I took the front. So I went in front of him, and I felt a little angst. And I remember when I was a youngster at Walmart or Best Buy, and this guy was looking at DVDs, and there was a $5 bin behind him. So there was no real other way to go. So I walked right in front of him, and this dude straight up fucking forechecked me into the DVDs. And I was a kid. This guy was a man. And it was like, it stuck with me forever of how preposterous of a move that was.
That's a wild move.
Yeah, dude,
that guy just escaped like an asylum or something.
Dude, it was crazy. I swear to God, he just... and it wasn't like he fucking smoked me, but he definitely gave me a decent thing, and I went right into the DVDs, and I was stunned, and I looked back and I was like, oh my God, that's a man.
Yeah,
Was that the reason he checked you though?
And he was he put his hands up. So yes, he was mad that I went in front of him. So that's why it reminded me of this.
That's a psycho move. I will say though, I'm jealous of that guy.
What did he fucking? It was hitting an 8th grader.
I don't know about hitting an 8th grader, but just
Plaza on a fucking Christmas.
Circling back
season?
to our bike talk, one of my fantasies that I have daily is when I'm walking on the sidewalk, and if a skateboarder goes by me on the sidewalk, I want to just throw them a little hip check like that. I feel like, you know, and once you stop playing sports, you don't get to hit people anymore. I love hitting people. I haven't hit anybody in 20 years probably. I want to throw a little hip check into the skateboards and send them flying. So that guy, like, he probably has to scratch that itch of hitting people, and you just cut him off in the DVD section.
Dude, you don't fuck with skateboarders.
Oh,
they'll always fight back.
No, they won't.
Yes,
they'll go palms up, bro. They'll just.
I don't know what skateboarders you've been hanging out with.
You ever seen the fucking scene from Kids?
No.
Yeah.
Those skateboarders
I don't watch
beat
that.
the fuck out of that.
You tried to
guy.
get me to watch that, and it creeped me out, so I think I didn't.
A skateboarder would rather get his ass beat than like take that from someone. That's what I feel like.
I dare them. Those guys are like skinny little nothing dudes.
Yeah, but it's like they'll like claw you, like they'll do anything to beat you. I feel like it doesn't mean they're afraid because they're skinny.
I think that was skateboarders of old. I don't know if
Yeah,
skateboarders are as
they're
tough
not
as they
hard
used to be.
now.
It depends where you find them. If you're like at a skate park, yeah, they're gonna be hard. But if they're, I don't know. If
Well,
you got
that's
some
their
kid,
territory. You want to skate at a skate park, fine.
If
You
they're
wanna
if
go
they're
buy
a
me
skate park skateboarder, I mean, like so, like really in the skateboarding game, as opposed to someone
What if
with
they're
like
a
a Pikachu board.
longboarder?
That's a whole different. That's a whole different person. That's not a skater. That's just a guy trying to not spend money
Commute
on
to
gas.
work.
We're gonna have the wheels community after us after this one.
Buy a car.
Yeah.
Car people unite. Have our backs if they're coming at us, please. Have our
You're
backs.
34. Buy a car.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, honestly, just kidding.
Just kidding to the skateboarders, not the bicyclists.
But I mean, who knows? For all I know, I was not the first 14-year-old who cut.
Yeah,
who
that
went
guy's in
front of that
jail.
guy.
That's
Yeah,
not
dude.
normal.
Yeah.
You can be mad, but to check a kid
dude,
is
it was-
crazy.
It was crazy.
Maybe it was just like an instinct thing.
It's like crazier than kidnapping a kid.
Yeah.
It's not.
It is. A kidnapper's a full-fledged psycho who should be locked up, but this guy's in a weird gray area where it's like, I guess you'd be pissed, but what are you checking people into shelves for?
And I'll tell you what, too.
Did they go flying, the DVDs on the ground or anything?
Yeah.
No,
Was there
no,
a
no.
leaning tower? All the shelves just
That
did a
would've been-
domino.
Even if you just like had a couple of like Mission Impossibles on the ground, that would have been awesome.
No, nothing fell.
He
And
makes
I'll tell
Eddie
you,
pick him up.
nothing fell, and I'll tell you, getting checked in the DVDs was like a nice cushion. Like it was like
Yeah.
not
So
a,
what are you crying about?
It was shocking. Who does
no,
that
it
to a
was.
kid?
It
The guy-
was.
It was a man.
How tall were you at 14?
I was like 5'7", so I was probably like
WSD size.
I was probably like what I am now, really 5'8", 5'9".
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then what do you want?
Did you give it
I think I
back?
was taller than him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a fair fight. Keep your head on a swivel. Have better balance.
He had man strength, and to hit someone behind, I didn't
clipped
I didn't
you?
have the luxury of having those fucking, pee-wee hockey stop signs on my back. It was a clip. Like he did it
that
from.
felt like a direct shot.
No, it was not a direct shot. It was just.
I hated those. I was all in favor of. One guy gets paralyzed. Now we all have to have this ugly stop sign on our back.
Dude, that's why they did it, I assume?
I think that happened around like a little bit after the Travis Roy thing. Yeah. So Travis.
That's the best book I ever read.
Really?
Yeah. The best book I ever read.
Yeah.
Book guy.
What?
Book guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Big book guy. What year did you read that?
I had to read it for my master's.
Oh, so it was in college?
Yeah. Psychology. Or no, it's not psychology.
I think he has passed now. I'm almost positive. Travis Roy.
Yeah, he
did.
has.
But I want to say it was. It wouldn't make sense, I guess, if it was college game day, but it was some kind of Tom Rinaldi type piece on ESPN that just showed him like it made me feel like a piece of shit because this guy like ended up graduating from BU like with honors. He might have got like a master's degree too, and he had to like he did all his own work, and he had like this mouthpiece that he would put in. It had like a long stick, almost like a straw at the end of it. And like that's how he would like type things out, is that he would like use his face and his teeth, because that was the only, and he still got like straight A's.
Jesus.
It's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend that for someone looking for a book to.
Your first book to read.
Yeah. Really.
You didn't just make a pledge read it for you?
No,
Spark
actually,
Notes?
I was in grad school at that time, so
No pledge.
You were still hanging out at the frat house though, 100%.
not a ton.
Yeah, he was.
Not a ton.
Yeah, he was.
Not a ton. I was in my upstairs apartment just fucking chilling,
Okay.
you know. So not that much.
Did
but-
you like living in the frat house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the chaos.
Okay.
It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And it was, I didn't love it all the time.
If you're going to grad school, are you still part of the frat after your 4 years?
No, you go into
Brother for
alumni
life,
status.
man.
Yeah,
brother for life.
is right.
You go into alumni status. You don't
Sigma
go to
Chi
meetings and
forever.
shit.
But could you still
Look
stay
at
at the
this
house
guy's
if you
got
wanted to?
jokes.
No one
No.
really did after the senior year.
No, I was house dad for a semester though.
Oh,
What does that entail?
I had free rent, and I was like, kind of overlooking the house, make sure that the young lads didn't get out of order.
Mm-hmm. And didn't you say that the frat got kicked off campus?
Yeah, shortly after that. Not that same year.
Sounds like you did a good job.
chaperone.
Yeah.
No, it's a couple years after.
Didn't really set a culture.
Well,
You were president and then frat dad, and then they got kicked
buddy,
off campus.
you can't set a culture with a frat. Let me just tell you that. It's very hard.
Hmm.
You just, all it takes is one rotten pledge class to come in, and they just,
Who allows those guys to come in, though?
you never know. Everyone's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. You think they're good guys, and then,
get a little
Four-
comfy, get
yep.
a little drunk.
exactly 4 months of a vetting process. You hope it does the job. It does not always do the job.
Okay.
And that's the way it works.
That is the way it works. So, sometimes it takes you 5 years to know a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that just an arbitrary number? Or is
Yeah.
that...
It's an arbitrary number.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was like some book you read that said 5 years is when you...
They say you can do whatever you want to do in 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, like it's like a
See?
law of attraction shit manifest. Or like start and by, I don't know. Like if you want to be a rock star, you'll at least be getting paid to play guitar somewhere in 5 years.
This sounds like some fucking Gary V bullshit, and where I feel like Gary V's been telling me he's the next owner of the Jets, and I see Woody Johnson taking pictures with Taylor Swift, so he's still in charge. So Gary V confirmed does not own the New York Jets.
Why would you wanna?
I don't call him Danny V for nothing.
I'm not Danny V. Gary V that's a total different. That's like sell your fucking shirt if you want to make money. It's like, dude. It's like go on the L. Go buy a piano. Take it on the L. Take it home. Sell it. No excuses. Like I'm not gonna do all that for a piano.
You don't got time to practice. Bring your keyboard on the L and start playing in the middle
It'll
of
be like
everybody's
people
commutes.
at his live shows. Why are you here? Why aren't you making money?
Why don't you own the goddamn
Yeah.
Jets yet? Yeah.
You're wearing 2 socks. You could have sold one of those for $2.
Yeah.
It's like, well, like I kind of want to wear 2 socks, Gare.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not,
Nothing against Gary V though.
He's become a meme and he knows it.
Yeah. And I mean, some of it's probably unfair. Some of it's probably very
I bought
fair.
one of his books one time.
I heard his books are amazing, actually.
I got a book. It was, I can't remember when it was exactly, but I was in my early 20s, I want to say. But it was called The Thank You Economy. It was all about how social media and the proper use of social media was going to change economics forever. And I don't know. I don't think any of that stuff he wrote came true.
No.
I don't think so.
But I don't begrudge people who look to get motivated or look for inspiration in other channels. Like sometimes people need that shit.
You need like fucking what's his face? Get Hard. The guy who was the
David Goggins.
Yeah, Goggins. Yeah.
Like
Goggins,
that's what
or Jocko Willemick.
I think you had Whitney on a podcast one time. He was like, "Can you imagine like needing that?" Like he's like, "I think everyone knows what they need to do. They just don't do it. Like, why do they need that?"
I think Whit's probably right about that.
He's not wrong, but also people need that.
People need everyone needs a little kick in the ass sometimes.
But they need that mental, or shall I say, spiritual kick in the ass, where it's like you have that destiny in your mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, motivational speaking is a big business.
David
100%.
Goggins is running 101 miles, so he's like, "Get up!
Yeah,
it's 2:30 a.m. and you're still sleeping. Get up!" It's like, well, it's gonna ruin the rest of my day if I run 50 miles before work.
I think I played it on something before, but like his birthday message that he sent to Joe Rogan. Have you guys heard that?
I'm sure at some point.
That? Should I pull it up right now?
Don't fucking celebrate your birthday.
Yeah,
Run.
that's basically
Run, lift.
Yeah, but that was it. Like you were born, so now you're eligible to die. So you better not be sitting on your ass. You better fucking get after it. Birthdays make people fucking weak.
Good point.
Yeah, make you think you're fucking special.
It's a good point.
I hate birthdays. Danny just had his. He made a big deal out of it.
No, you did.
You do love birthdays, though.
Oh, that actually reminds me. We're a week away from Eddie's.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie's birthday.
No.
He's
Change
10,
this
10,
year.
10, 10, I think it is. We're 1 week away.
Change this year.
What do you want to do for your big special day?
I'm getting you sparklers.
No. That sounds unnecessary.
I thought
Maybe
so,
just
too.
a handshake.
Let's go to the club.
No, a handshake.
I'm
Happy birthday.
going to send you that David Goggins video on your birthday the morning of.
I fucking need it. Maybe I'll fucking, I don't know.
All right. So happy birthday, Ed. What number is this? 34? 34.
33.
33. You guys
Triple threes
you guys the same age?
next year.
No. We're not Dick. That's 2 years older.
Sorry.
Than me.
I mean, that's not that much older.
I
It's
know.
not. I feel like once
At all.
once you turn 25, everybody's the same until you're like 50.
Like everything's.
Like, I don't feel any different now than I did at like 28, 29.
No?
Just look different. Just a little fatter.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, then. We could wrap this up. I enjoyed talking to you guys today.
Yeah, it was nice.
Go work out, idiots.
And then reward yourself with some
that's,
Portillo's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, just maintain. Work out like David Goggins so you could eat Portillo's every day. Maintain.
Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow. And we'll see you then.